Today, we're coming to you live from Celebrity Cruise Line's newest ocean cruise ship, the Celebrity Ascent.
She's right, and she's right. The Ascent is the fifth ship of the Celebrity Edge series, and I'll say it definitely continues the goodness of the Edge series ships before it. It is packed with everything you'd want on a dream cruise, and we're here with all the details to help you decide if you want to sail on the Celebrity Ascent. We think you will.
Hey, fellow travelers. Welcome back to Jones Getaways by Dream Vacations. I'm Nikki, and we're back for another episode of Travel Tips and Recommendations with Nikki and Tom.
And of course, I'm Tommy. And yes, welcome back. We are happily retired Army veterans. But now,
travel is our life. So I must admit, we are already in love with the ship. We've sailed on Celebrity Edge class ships before, but this is our first time on this Ascent, of course, because it's new. We've been on the Apex before and the Beyond, but we're now enjoying a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise, taking us from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, to some beautiful places like Bimini, Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, and Grand Cayman. Yes.
Now let's dive into some first impressions. You know, as we boarded, coming on the ship, we see the familiar things that we relate to Celebrity. We're talking about the big blue X hiding the smokestacks.
Or XL class.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm talking about the rooftop garden, which is always beautiful to me, and the amazing art that we find around the ship.
Oh my gosh, the art has been truly amazing. The diversity that you find within the art here. We've been asking everybody, who is the curator of all of this art that we see on the ship? I'm telling you, it is amazing to see.
Now, enough about the art. Now we're going to talk about where we sleep, right? We're in our cabin now, as you can see, and we have a balcony veranda. Now, the balcony veranda, it's basically a balcony that's covered.
It's enclosed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's where we're sitting now.
And it extends the rooms.
The thing about the room here, the way we have it, the way it's set up is you walk in the door and you have the sofa, and then you have the bed that's closer to the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
There are other cabins on this ship where it's reversed, where it has the bed that's closer to the door, and then the sofas are on this side, which is what I prefer because it kind of opens up this area and give you a lot more space.
Yeah, so choose which one's best for you.
There are the variety of places on the ship to eat. The Celebrity did not hold back with the different restaurants that they have available for you.
True.
So which ones did you go to?
My favorite, of course, was the steakhouse. I mean,
fine cut.
Absolutely fine cuts. Had a ribeye, medium well, and then they had shareable sides. Mac and cheese was on point.
Yes.
The mushrooms were on point.
Cream spinach.
And I also love that cream spinach.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. So I really loved the Raw on 5. So that is a sushi restaurant that you can get any kind of sushi you want. You can have little small bites like edamame or little gyoza wrapped dumplings, and you can also have ramen, which is my favorite. So Raw on 5 is definitely the way to go for me, and it is extra charge for it, so you do have to pay a little extra for it, but it's really worth it.
Yeah, it's extra for both of them. And I'll tell you this, the sushi shop Raw on 5 surprised me because I'm not really a fan of sushi on the cruise ship.
Yeah, you said you didn't want any sushi, but then you started eating all the sushi from everybody.
And they had ramen.
Yeah.
But like we said before, there's a lot of areas to talk about on the Ascent. You know, you have the 24-hour gym, which is a full gym, has everything you could possibly need, including classes. Then they have, I'm gonna say 1,000, but that's way too many, but 1,000 bars. You know, the martini bar is the highlight of the ship. It's in the center.
Central,
It's where everybody goes at one point or another. You have a beautiful pool, and you also have an amazing theater. It's 2 levels.
All those are great, but Eden is my favorite spot.
Aside from the casino.
There you go.
The slot machines. But Eden is absolutely my favorite spot. We spent about 4 hours there the other day, just hanging out, chilling, and the bar wasn't really open at the time. They were open, but not with the actual drinks that they have in the booklet that they have.
More set up yet.
Got tired of asking me
but I want it. So he said, I'm going to make something for you. And he made this drink called the Violet Sour. What it was, of course, when he made it. To me, it was the most beautiful drink, and it tasted amazing. So, going to Eden, that's definitely my favorite spot.
Agreed. Old James, he made a heck of a drink and made it for everybody that we told about.
Yeah.
So my favorite is the rooftop garden because it's beautiful. Was surrounded by nature, and the fact that they were able to bring live plants onto the ship. Of course, it blooms in different seasons, but and they have a bar up there where you can get the Beyond cocktail, and it's got a large screen movies, and it's for romantics. You're able to watch TV or watch the movie or the big game.
Yeah.
Sip on a cocktail or just stargate.
Yeah, facilities are really top notch with Ascent. The ship is beautiful. Just can't really say enough about it. There are subtle differences between the ships and this in the Edge class series, and the Ascent has a special addition to it.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Yeah, and that's just real quick. It's called the Annex, and it's basically a virtual playground. Reserve it for around $300 to where you can play golf, you can play football, you can play
cornhole,
soccer, you can play cornhole.
Yeah.
It's rented private area where you can karaoke and whatever. It's a great space.
Yeah, it's about $300 to rent it, but if you have a group going, then it's a very nominal fee per person.
Yep. And so we had 3 ports.
That we went to. The first one was Bimini, Bahamas. We ended up we were there before with Virgin Voyages. We have another video about that, but we were there before, and this time we wanted to just kind of get a chance to see the island. So we drove around the island. Well, took a cab, and our man Dexter picked us up. We didn't know him, of course, but when he picked us up, he gave us some history about Bimini, Bahamas that we actually didn't know.
Like Martin Luther King wrote his speech, I Have a Dream there.
Yeah, Ernest Hemingway was there, Andrew Jackson was there. We just didn't know. That's not things that are taught to us. And
we ate at Big John's. We had the beef tacos, and they were great. Then we just drove around and looked at the other beaches. And no matter where you went on the island and went to a beach, it was beautiful.
Yeah, the second port we went to was Turks and Caicos. Another golf cart experience there. The island is only 7 miles long, so very easy to maneuver around. Us and some friends went to the 200-year-old lighthouse that they have there on the island. Amazing history there with the lighthouse.
Nikki already told us about the lighthouse, but the shipwreck is unique. There in 1841, a ship sailing under Spanish papers had a total of 193 Africans, and now they were in British waters. British at that time, slavery was illegal. It was found by a gentleman named Mr. Stevenson, and the Spanish crew tried to bribe him so that he wouldn't tell the authorities, but instead then ended up stalling. The authorities came, the Caicos authorities came. All the Spanish crew and the slaves were taken into prison, right? Because they had to figure out, they were jailed, they had to figure out what was going on. But eventually they released all the slaves and allowed a large majority of them to stay in this little area. So it's pretty unique story.
We ate at a restaurant called Barbie and had the jerk chicken, peas and rice,
Caribbean food.
I think it's a touristy place we went to, but it was delicious. After that we went to the beach, and you stayed in the beach for about an hour, in the water rather, and a little over an hour. You stayed out there in the water. You want to talk about you being in the water for over an hour?
Hey, I was in the water having fun, and the water was a perfect temperature, so I ain't got no complaints. But then we were supposed to go to Grand Cayman, but we weren't able to go because just the winds were too high and the water swells were too high, so we never docked. We just kept going and became a sea day.
Which I wasn't complaining about it. Additional sea days. So Celebrity did a great job with pivoting from that, because I know they encounter things like that all the time. So they had another whole sheet of itinerary printed out for all of us, different games, bingo, card games. They had all kinds of things set up for us, and we actually attended a private wine tasting,
Yes.
which you can also have that too for a fee.
Yes.
But we got a chance to experience the wine tasting
From all over the world.
Yeah, from different wines all over the world. Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
And, just so you know, the reason we're here is because we're working. We're here with our higher headquarters, Dream Vacations.
The annual conference.
Absolutely. And this is our 4th one. And this is the first time that we participate in all of the fun.
The theme nights they have.
Yeah, you had a sports night. You had a wig out. You had a...
Dress to Impress. Decades, Hawaiian luau,
man,
denim and diamonds.
Yeah, and it was fun participating in that.
Our suitcases are heavy, but we did participate in everything.
We did.
Yeah.
So, what's your final verdict? What do you got to tell the people about this? Would you recommend?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And of course, we say that a lot about different ships that we've been on, but the Celebrity Ascent, the way that they take care of all of us here, and we're over 900 travel advisors that are here for our conference, and it was seamless. There are other guests. There are other guests here on the ship, and you just really didn't feel that it was crowded. This is a sold out ship. Yeah. As large as it is, you really have the space to maneuver around.
But it was sold out.
Yeah, you're taken care of. I truly am amazed by the hospitality here and the staff. The senior leadership here is amazing. Loved it.
And I would definitely recommend for just the same thing. I think it's a great ship. Celebrity's my favorite, but this ship is worth you experiencing.
Yeah.
And that, good people, was our experiences on the Celebrity Ascent.
Yep. We thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel tips and recommendations.
There you go.
With Nikki and Tommy.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us again. See you next time.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.